at the Georgetown Rock and Roll Car Show. What a place to be. Look at all these beautiful cars. Excalibur. Whoa, look at that. V8. Imagine. Could you imagine in the day owning a car like this, the things you could do, the women you could have? Who said that? Not me. So look at, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. I wonder, where's this car from? And this is one of the official owners of this car. Can you believe? Now, she's going to tell us a little, where have you been in this car?
Well, many places.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it was made in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee?
In the whole Studebaker plant.
Yeah.
And when that went belly up, that the engineers decided to make their own vehicle, so they came up with the Excalibur.
The Excalibur. Wow.
And, they made over 3,000 cars, and there's only 60 of those.
Uh-huh.
So someone asked me today, why did I choose Excalibur? Because they're not making them anymore.
Oh, yeah. Is it a comfortable riding car? I guess it looks like
fantastic. No, we enjoy it. Yeah.
Wow. She says they'll be driving along no matter where they go, and people are stopping them to take pictures of this car. Yeah. I could imagine. Why. Yes, you can see why. It's a gorgeous car.
And I always thought it was me they were taking pictures.
Look at the interior in this car. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Oh my God. This Georgetown car show is getting to be one of the biggest in Ontario, as far as I know, but who knows, it could become one of the biggest in the world. Every year I come down here, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Here we are at the Georgetown Rock and Roll Car Show again. Remember us from last year and the year before? Well, we're back. Anyway, look at this car. What do you think of that? Now tell me this car doesn't make Halloween look like Christmas. I'm serious, huh? Could you imagine? Absolutely. Did you ever see anything like that? No. Man, I could have used this when I was 19 and a half just to make it official. Now, just tell me, in the movie that I did, when I played the lead role, Shoes of the Devil, how many bodies could I have put in the back of that? All of them. All of them. Little bar, come on. Isn't this a beautiful car? Hey? Wow. That is gorgeous, man. Oh yeah. This is where I always come. Georgetown, Ontario, to the Rock and Roll Car Show, and I look for my inspiration. This is my inspiration. I come here usually once every week to get some inspiration to kind of guide me. And we all need a little guidance in life. And my mother always said to me, you know, son, if it wasn't for fishing, you would have got an education, because I love fishing so much. I gave it up for fishing, oh my God. Anyway, enough about that. But if you notice, you see the fish here? That fish is my biggest inspiration right there. I caught a fish that looked just like that when I was 3 years old. Scared me half to death. However, that's not part of this story. And I just want to say, if you're looking for inspiration, this is a place to come. Georgetown, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot lose. You know, my Aunt Ethel had a car like this. Oh my gosh. From the day it was brand new, 1956. And she drove that car until she passed. And I'm telling you, she would not give that car up for love, nor money, for house, nor car, nor cat, nor dog. She drove that car into the ground. She would not let it go. She kept it up too. It looked just like this. It was unbelievable. Watch your step moving back. This is something else at the Georgetown Rock and Roll Car Show. Are you laughing at me or with me?
With you.
Look at, get her in here.
With you.
You're gonna be on. You're gonna be on YouTube.
No way.
I said, baby. She said, what? I said, come here to me. She said, I said, honey. I said, baby. And she said, cause I know you'll break my heart.
Yeah, here we are again at the Georgetown Rock and Roll Car Show. I just wanted to clue you in. Just want to move in, everybody. Just want to see this car here. I had a buddy that had a car exactly like this. You see this decal? He polished that thing 3 times a day. I said, Rummer Biskanauskas is a big tall guy from Yugoslavia. And I was a little short guy. We were the same age, but he was just a big boy from Yugoslavia. Them boys are nothing to play with. So, anyway, they used to call us Mutton Jeff. He had a car just like this. And I'm telling you, of course, it wasn't in this condition. However, what we did was we used to drive through farmers' fields and try to chop down, see who could chop down the thickest tree. That sounds crazy, but that's what we used to do when we were kids. We didn't have many toys, believe me. But
and how many trees did you take out?
oh, in a day, probably total 140. You know what I mean? We're like excavators. But yeah, look at the back of this car here. I just want to show you. Look at these lights, the tail lights. Get me out of this world. I tell you what, man, that guy had no fingernails. Rummer Biskanauskas had no fingernails because he used to shine the chrome on that thing. It wasn't in this condition, like I say, but he was proud, very, very proud of his cars. In fact, he taught me how to drive. I learned to drive when I was 15 years old, well, 14 and a half, in this exact car, And if it wasn't for Rummer, I wouldn't be the driver I am today. But anyway, hats off to Rummer.
Did he teach you how to drive with no hands?
He taught me how to drive any way you can think of. That guy was a driver, man. He had a brother, Victor Biskanauskas. He could drive a car from the outside with a hockey stick. He used to put a hockey stick in the window and push the gas down, and he used to hang onto the steering wheel hanging outside of the car and steer it, and then work the brake with the hockey stick back and forth just to prove that he can do it. I mean, these guys, you know, like I said, we didn't have many toys, and that's the way it was back then. You had to be creative. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, here we are back at the Georgetown Rock and Roll Car Show once again for the 5th time. Man, it's the same band, fantastic band they got here tonight. I don't know if anybody remembers the McGibbon. Well, follow that right up there. That McGibbon is one of the most famous hotels in Ontario. It has had more bands, more people visited over the years than most of the places that you'll ever visit in your entire existence. Believe it or not. Well, I gave you a choice, right? So, I just want to say, well, I was with my band. I played there, and I'm telling you, the owners were great, great people, and they had wonderful food. It's just a wonderful place to go, and it brought the community together. And the history, if you look up McGibbon, the McGibbon Hotel in Georgetown, you'll see a history that you won't believe. It goes back way before the owners. the original owners. You get back into that story, and it's something to behold. Believe me, there's a lot of information there that you'll be bewildered. So I think I'm going to go in and have a drink now. Oh, wait a minute. I can't. It's been closed. It's closed up now. I gotta know your sweet love is gonna save me. We may lose and we may win, but we will never be here again. So open up wide and take it easy.
Jerry doesn't know how to handle it.
Somebody's gonna hit someone, somebody for the night is through. Somebody's gonna come undone. There's nothing we can do. Everybody wants to trust somebody. If it takes all night, everybody wants to take a big chance. Make it come out right. That's right. Gonna be hard tonight, I know. Gonna be hard tonight,
I'm telling you right now. Jared, tell him, Jared, tell him, Jared, tell him. See this guy here? He used to be my bodyguard. Hold it up. No, it's all right. Hey. It's all right.